I mean, there's not much that Follow Us can do. Pushing a tower at 20 minutes into the game where the average level on your team is 10. My throat hurts. Anyway, we've got oracles on both of the supports right now, so we're just going on a ward clearing extravaganza. Xin Zhao going to go ahead and pick up his own red buff because, you know, Vayne doesn't need that. No, I'm sure he can probably make better use of it. Well, at least at this point in the game, probably. Anyway, Vayne heading down to... I can't even say anything about Vayne, really. She's just kind of doing her own thing right now. Going to bot lane, pushing that Annie back, free farming. You know, the way the AD carries do. Anyway, let's take a look at... I'm gonna go ahead and check some gold. Alright, oh my goodness, I should probably have checked this gold earlier. Look at it, like, you'll notice right here, the top lane, 7,500 to 5,000. 1.5 times as much gold is on Vlad as is on Shen. And we can see, considering the fact, oh well, he bought another Dorn, he bought a Dorn shield. Oh, Fizz whiffing the ultimate on Vlad. Vlad is not so unfortunate. Unfortunately, oh no, he's gonna burn the flash, trying to get this kill. He just wants to pick this up, and he is going for it. Unfortunately, but all of the summoner cells were burned on this, so it's not really gonna be. Never mind. Never mind. That was a kill on Fizz, or a kill for Fizz onto Vladimir. Those were some interesting blood streaks, just running all the way down the lane. That was probably a graphical glitch. But Shen used his ultimate and a flash to try and secure that, but not particularly for any reason. Shen deciding to teleport to mid lane despite the fact that 3 people are pushing bottom lane. I'm sure he's got a good reason for that, and yeah, that's because everyone else on his team is already there to stop it. Well, the gold lead, again, is now 2.5k in favor of Follow Us, so that's, I think, the largest this advantage has been one way or the other all game, which is impressive. Fizz getting the dot onto Annie and just running train on 2 pretty important characters. Both the AP carry, who quite honestly has been shut down for most of this game. I'm not sure what she's going to be able to do for the rest of this, but no, that AoE stun missing from that Annie is going to be pretty devastating if there's another team fight, which it looks like there's going to be, because that fish is up again and it's down, and now Fizz is down. Just altogether, just team fighting chaos going on right here. Xin Zhao really wants that. I guess he doesn't really want that, Jarvan, but he tried, and that's pretty much all that matters. There's going to be a little bit more counter jungling going on here, but it's not like they weren't going to get that blue anyway. Oh, did I just say that out loud? No, I apologize for that. I try not to be too judgmental, but anyway, they're just going to go ahead and run from the Annie and the Vlad. That could be a pretty devastating combo with Tides of Blood and the AoE stun from Tibbers. Unfortunately, well, Tibbers isn't even up, but the cone of... You know, I actually don't know what any of Annie's skill names are. I'm gonna check that real quick. Summon Tibbers, Molten Shield, Incinerate. I guess it was Incinerate that I was thinking of. The AoE stun from Incinerate could probably have been devastating if used properly. Well, Dragon's back up, and since Follow Us has the timer on it, they're just gonna go ahead and take it. I'm not entirely sure the Deftclip really knows that this is happening, but... Well, it looks like they had some indication from the way that Xin Zhao was moving in a second there, but they didn't really do anything for it, I don't think. I mean, really, I don't believe that there was much they could have done. That dragon was pretty uncontested, and they burned it down really quickly. I mean, to be fair, Caitlyn does have an Infinity Edge, Zeal. Pretty much almost a Phantom Dancer, so... Oh, the fish goes out and lands right onto Lissandra. She uses her ult to avoid the damage, flashes straight back out. There's a lot of damage avoidance going on, but it's just, which way is this team fight going? Oh, well, it looks like it's going into Looks like follow us into the team fight. I'll work on that. I'll work on that pun. I'll work on that line. Follow. It's like they're saying to the team fight lead, follow us into the dark, because the lead went in their direction. You see what I'm saying? It's all right. You don't have to. But they're just going to go ahead, and they know they have a 5v3 advantage, so they're just going to go ahead and push this turret down. Maybe get a couple of kills while they're at it. Who knows? One, perhaps two. I mean, with the way they're pushing, they're going to be able to get this inhibitor. They could pot. No, there's too many people spawning. Fizz is already back up. They are just going to be out of here. They know he has those home guards, so they are just peacing out, saying, look, we have our super minions. We are done here. But Fizz isn't going to hear any of it. He really wants that Lissandra again. And that's all it took, ladies and gentlemen. Dat fish. Annie has got it right. Dat fish. I mean, to be fair, that fish is doing, if I may check real quickly, a good 550 damage. So there wasn't much that Lissandra really could have done about that. But I have to say that was a pretty impressive land on that fish, if I do say so myself. Well, we've got red buff on Vlad now. Okay. Alright then. So, this is hitting another one of those lulls in the game where I don't really have much to talk about. I guess I'll default to my favorite thing, the gold lead. So, we, top lane still has Vlad still has a 1.5 times as much gold as Shen does. And I think that lead has pretty much been there the entire game. I mean, Vlad has 3 kills and 3 assists. Shen has 6 assists, but no kills, unfortunately. And he's kind of down 80 farm. That's a substantial lead there. And despite the fact that there has been so much in favor of, once again, ults thrown down to get the support. And Nami trying to use her ult to escape from the danger that was Jarvan, Vlad, and Annie, but there wasn't really much you could do. Fizz going in for a 1v4, thinking he could go ahead and, well, looks like he got one out of that before he went down to Vlad, but looks like that team fight could have gone just a little bit better in Deftclip's favor. They're probably still going to be able to get this kill onto Vlad. Vlad does not have any blinks, opted to take Ghost at the beginning of the game, but there is that pool, and look at that. Despite the fact that they are just pressing onto Vlad constantly, he's just out-sustaining and out-pressuring both of them. He just manages, there we go, 2 kills out of that fight. Lol. Lol. Yes, that was quite humorous. But that was just kiting and sustaining at its finest. Looks like Lissandra might actually be able to... Lissandra picks up her first kill of the game, 27 minutes in, and dies immediately to Fizz's DOT. It's a sad day, ladies and gentlemen. A sad day everywhere. A sad day for people everywhere who hate Fizz. I don't really, but I kind of do on principle. He's pretty annoying. But anyway, the score is 16-16, but 7 towers to 2. Also, there is still an inhibitor down on Deftclip's side, so I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna... I mean, when you do have 16 kills and 14 of them are split between your 2 carries, you do tend to be in a bit of good shape, but if nothing goes onto your tanks, where's your front line? I think they might be able to turn this game around, get past this 7.5k gold lead, but it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a really decisive team fight that tells who's going to win this one. As it stands, we've just got a little bit of farming, probably prepping. Well, yep, we are prepping for Baron right here. Follow us into the Baron pit, and well, that was interesting. I mean, I can't say that I disagree with taking the blue out from Fizz's nose, but he did use that smite, which means it's not down if he decides to go for Baron. The 2 ults used on Jarvan, one of them to one of them to land a fish on, and one of them to just push him immediately out of the fight, but he is just right back in there. Unfortunately, it looks, well, we do have a 2-for-1 trade-off. 1 kill going to follow us, or 2 kills going to follow us, while 1 kill goes to Deftclip. Then Jarvan throws down the ultimate on Vayne, and she still manages to get the kill before going down to Vlad. Now it looks like we've got 2 people to support in the top lane for Deftclip, and they might, oh, well, there's the ultimate from Lissandra, and a double kill. All of a sudden, Lissandra comes out of the woodwork and gets a double kill. Who would have thought? Well, remember when I was talking about a pretty decisive team fight? That was a pretty decisive team fight, because if we'll just go ahead and look around a little bit, that turret's exposed, that inhibitor's a little exposed, that inhibitor's being attacked. There, Jin Zhao is up, as is Fizz. He is home guarding directly into there, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pick anything off. We saw what happened last time someone tried kiting around this lad. It ended with 2 deaths, and look at that, just immediately picking off Fizz anyway. Fizz decides to go hard, and Vlad's like, I'm not having any of that. You stay off of my Lissandra, boy. And of course, Jarvan is in to take the kill. Typical of Jarvan player. Anyway, Xin Zhao goes down, which means it is still, well, now that Annie's back up, a 5v3 situation. The minions are constantly pushing onto that inhibitor turret, that inhibitor in mid lane. I'm sorry, I'm so tired, I didn't even notice that there were actual people on purple team attacking that inhibitor. Well, we have 3 people from Follow Us's, 3 people from Follow Us in Deftclip's base. Caitlyn goes ahead and gets a double kill after that initiate, and well, the GGs are going out from both teams, and by both teams I mean 2 people. Fizz thinks he can stop this push, and he just might be able to with that fish, but unfortunately is not able to get down Caitlyn. We'll see if Xin Zhao can. We'll see that he can't. But anyway, that is GG. Yep, you got Vlad. You got Vlad. That's GG. Nexus being taken down, and in the surrender vote going out. And there we have it. Follow Us into a win. Turns out Deftclip really is bad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just throwing in more puns. Alright, well, I'm glad that the camera automatically switched to directed camera mode, because I clearly needed that at this point in the game. But anyway, let me go back to this, make sure that it occurs to me that I switched the screen without checking to see what the screen was, so for all I know, the only thing that showed that entire game was this picture. I can't entirely say for sure, but it's possible.